Mr. Wilson, and my little co-star Ein, although he's having a nap. What this? There you go. Sorry, you missed that, but it bounced off his head and now he doesn't know where it's gone. It's over there. It's over there. Snack, it's over there. No, not over here. Not over here. No, I'll just give him another one. Up. Ow. Got my fingers. Oh, you can't see him anyway because I haven't moved that box yet. I still need to move that box there. This one. So right, here we are back again to enjoy the hilarities of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So I will just convert my screen back to this. For those of you who haven't joined us before, we have over here a brand new chat phone. So everyone can see what everyone is saying, no matter what platform you're watching from. I spent a whole weekend making that. So, we'll just unhide. We are now playing, apparently, the Stanley Parable 4. What do we pick? What do we pick as the new title? That's the question. What was that noise? Did a bird hit the window again? Might have been. Don't worry, Ian. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, I think that'd be a good one, actually. We could call it Stanley's Tiny Hall Computer Virus. Confirm. Okay, so let's see. You are playing the Stanley Parable 4, Stanley's Tiny Computer Virus. It is our goal today to find. I know it's because you missed it, Lucas. But in the last one, we unlocked a bonus, I guess you could call it that. So every single time you start the game again, it'll change the name to something else. So now it's the Stanley Parable 4, but if I start the game again, it will become the Stanley Parable 5 with a new subtitle. In this particular case, it's the Stanley's Tiny Computer Virus. So quite entertaining, really. But our goal today is to carry on and find the endings we didn't before. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. It was like a bonus I got from completing the epilogue. I guess the official ending of the game. But there are apparently 42 endings in total, so we definitely missed some. I did my best earlier to find a list of how to do them without spoilers. So today should be rather entertaining, regardless. I will just pause our music. There we go. Because I don't want it to overload. Wait. The music has paused, hasn't it? Yeah, okay, I wasn't sure. I don't want it to overload whatever entertainment we find in the game today. So let us see what we find. Oh.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Just hide this for a moment.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
It'll be probably
he sat at his desk in room 427,
usually till around 10 o'clock,
and he
Lucas.
pushed buttons on a keyboard.
I aim usually for 3 hours. I only ran over by a lot last week because I was having too much fun.
How long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Ah, so happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
There we go. Right. So, the first one I had written down is something
All of
we
his
started
co-workers were
to...
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I stream on every platform, Lucas.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That's why on the top there of the phone, if I can point, hey, there we go. We have the watch statistics for Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Trovo. They are where we are streaming, as well as D Live. But I couldn't find a way to get that on the phone. Oh well, yeah. No, I had a busy weekend. I made that phone. And if you hadn't noticed, I've completely redone my bedroom. So I've put in shelves and moved the bed round. It's been a bit busy. So the first one we started to find before, but it was can't do it right now. Strange. Okay, maybe we'll come back to that one. I'm supposed to start it at that computer, but it doesn't seem to be there. So the second one I had written down was go to the boss's office. Here we go, this way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Go to the boss's office. And then...
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Very quickly.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I've been slowly adding in more functionalities to Twitch, because admittedly, I can't seem to get things like commands to work with others. Most people don't seem to be making tools that do that. But yeah, I'm trying to do my best with all the different ones. So let's see. Apparently we're supposed to enter and then leave again immediately. So go in and go out. No, too fast, maybe?
Stepping in...
Aha! Aha! Beat the doors. Oh, sweet. Okay. So beat the doors. That means...
Lucas _ Discord _ is now following.
Lucas, you followed me on Twitch as well. Oh, thanks, man. You have joined the Wilson family. It is very true. I'm trying to think of a way I could reward the first 50 people that follow me on Twitch, which will, is what you need to get to affiliate. I'm not too sure. I might design them. They're all each their own like animal creature, because I used to do a lot of drawing. That was something I thought I might do as requests, and then I could add them in some manner to the stream, perhaps. We'll see. But yeah, so we've managed to break out of the boss's office and head back the way, and all the doors are open again. So if we carry on straight, we should be able to find... Aha! There's a door open that was not open before. Ah, you're more than welcome, Lucas. That's how I'm trying my best. You are now leaving. Leaving what? Stanley Parable? Elevator that doesn't work. Door that does not open. And an escape pod bay, floor 760. Yeah. So let's go check it out. If you do want to try out the commands, Lucas, they are below. Leaving? Where are we going, Necro? I don't know, mate. I guess we'll find out. It says it's on floor 760. We're on 755. So we've got another 5 floors to climb by the looks of it. Now arriving on 755. Now arriving on 757. 2 flights of stairs. Now arriving on 7:58. Now arriving on 7:59. Now arriving on 7:60. The escape pod launch bay. Escape is possible. Oh! What is it, Hein? You don't want me to go through the escape pod door? Are you woofing because there's a Christopher downstairs? No, here, come back, have a treat. Or you want to go downstairs? Alright, just a moment. I'm going to have to let the dog out. Hey, go see Chris. Jays! Now, my brother had returned. And Ein very much wants to go see him when that's the case. Right, what is this? Oh! It's all gone dark. That was it? That was it. Okay. There wasn't any narration or anything. Huh. Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You had found the escape pod. Aha! Yes, so this is the next one. So it was, we have to put input 1 there. And begin the game again. So we started to find this last time, Necro, do you remember? So we managed to do 2 inputs, but we didn't find where to go next, as it were. So this time...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Now we find
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Not here. It's 29. 23 must be further on. At 22, 24, 23. Input received. There you go, so we've got 5 more to do. Right, begin the game again. It looks like Stanley's walking around holding a smartphone, yeah, with the chat in it. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. I hadn't decided whether I want the phone to stay there, whether to move it like above my head. Fingers, come on, there, in that corner. Like if I flip the hand, so that it's sort of holding it that way. God, no, that's how it's. Oh yeah, that way round, above my head. Yeah. Oh dear, I can't. My dyslexia is proper playing up when I have to try and think about lefts and rights. Yeah. Oh well.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Where were we going now?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's apparently another one that could happen on the right-hand side. If that room turns blue? Oh, we'll see.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is the way to go. To find
Yet
somebody.
there was not a single person here either.
Waiting
Feeling
for
a
Stanley.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I know. Boss's office up here. To the left. To the right. Oh, that computer. That one there. That one there. That one there. Aha! Input number 4. Begin the game again. See, that's why we never found the 3rd one, because I was never going to notice that screen. Right, and then 434 is the next.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory.
4?
What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting.
Begin the game again, and then the last one is, apparently, on Stanley's computer. Ha ha! Ooh. Friday next week, the temperature will go up to 30 degrees Celsius. Will it, Lucas? Where is it you're watching from? We're in the UK. But if it's going up to 30 degrees, then I'm going to boil because I don't like the heat. It makes me ill. But I will survive. I do have a fan over there, so probably get through work at least. Stanley's computer. Here we go. Right. Are we ready? Yes, we are. Let's do it. I'm just going to hide the phone. Let's go. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. In Luxembourg. Ah, right. Yeah. Well, probably will affect us in UK as well then. Should get cold everywhere. Hot everywhere. My bad. What happens now? Yes, I tend to get everything opposite mixed up because of my dyslexia. Left and rights when driving can sometimes be a pain if somebody's trying to give me directions. Ooh! I turned off a button. I'm turning off all the purple buttons. Let's do that. Let's turn off all the purple buttons. Oh, is this why it's heaven? Is this why it's Stanley's heaven? Because he can spend all eternity pressing buttons. Just like he did in life. All the buttons. Go on. Off. Button pressing. Button pressing. I mean, they all just flick back on after a while. I guess that's it. Yeah, an hour ahead. Yeah, it would be time zone in Luxembourg. Yeah. So, right. I don't think anything happens now. So we'll start that again. Oop. Okay. Right. Oh. Why have we spawned here again with the button press option again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's strange. The room's completely different shape. I'm above London by about an hour, in the middle of the Midlands, as it were, where what used to be the centre of government before it moved to London. Back in the day. It is generally like an hour from everywhere. So it's like an hour from Birmingham, an hour from London, an hour from Leicester. Yeah. I don't know what's happening now, so let's just carry on.
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I do actually, though, looking at it, I do quite like that. You're right. In a first-person game, it looks like the player is holding a phone. That's genius. I didn't even think of that when I made the phone. I really didn't. I just thought this would look cool, so I made it. And now, now it's even cooler than I realised.
Room worth admiring, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Germany? But Luxembourg is Luxembourg. Necro. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. So we're looking for the phone.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Up that top area.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten
Stream
about.
shirtless.
Please, stop trying to make
get you
every
banned,
decision by
Necro.
yourself. I'm not asking for me.
It would.
I'm asking for her.
Although I have
This
considered,
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
there we go.
That's her,
so
Stanley.
apparently
You need to be the one to do this.
I
To
can
reach
unplug
out to
the
her.
phone.
If you... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? Well, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
What?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. Where do I go? Back across?
Now
He's
that we
put-
know your choices are meaningful,
put a board
we can't
around
have
so
you
you can't
jumping off
jump
the
off.
platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Yeah, I don't know what a back, sack, and crack is. Pretty entertaining, isn't it? Oh, I do know. It's It's a wax. Like a hair removal. A back sack and crack. Nice. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Oh, the door's shut. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I hope I am. Because admittedly, I have no clue what the heck is going on. Right, so... Oh.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Right, so...
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think I'm supposed to go that way again?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Maybe I do go that way. Let's try.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after
Oh,
everything
no.
we talked about that you...
I screwed
My
it.
story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage?
door there. Can I get
It's
to it?
worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh, 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 it's going wrong. It's all going wrong. Oh, wait, what? Oh, where am I now?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
Ah, poor narrator.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's right again. You're
No!
right again.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, now we just go this way. That should be it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. Yeah, this
Stepping
is
inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated
I am
this
the most
until he
expensive
saw
boss.
the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely
Oh.
behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
I already forgot what he said, bugger. Something Night Shark. That was it.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Oh,
He
that was
spoke
it.
it into the receiver, right
Yeah.
there on the wall.
Yeah. Night Shark 115. I mean, I can't actually say that into the game.
I'm sorry,
so-
is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I don't have a way of doing that. Night Shark
Okay,
115.
fine. You're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Oh, it's gone. Oh,
When
wait,
Stanley
what?
came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are
Oh,
you listening to me?
got the end.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me?
Poor
Are
narrator.
you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Ah. Poor narrator. Oh, okay. Sorry, that was that. The non-Stanley ending. Ah. That was a lot weirder than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. Oh, right. Well, the next one apparently was the coward ending. Close the door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
And
What
we'll
if he
just
had to
stay
make a
in
decision?
here?
What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even
It's
closer.
the,
Here it comes.
I forgot what it was again. It was a cocktail that I got sent in the post for free. So it's a mixture of prosecco and I think it was something called Aperol. And a splash of tonic. It's not bad actually. Yeah. That was it. That wasn't that exciting. Nothing really happened. Right, I'll take that off though. Okay, right. Apparently, the next one we've missed
were gone.
is there's a way to jump out the window.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
434.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Can I do it? Oh, yes. Aha! We've made it onto the desk. We're escaping out the window.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Yay!
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes? No? Oh, I can move. No?
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Oh, that was it. Okay. All right, so that's it. He just rambled at us. Yeah. Okay. The meeting room. I don't know. Is there another? I don't think there's any others in the meeting room that we've missed, Lucas. Maybe some behind the
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ooh. There we go. Right. Back out the window.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Ooh.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Let's try yes now.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
Unbearable.
You too will become quite unbearable.
Ta-da! Yeah, we just did the one necro where we sat in the room. It was, well, similar to this really. The narrator rambled on for a minute or two and then the game just restarted again anyway. Yeah. I thought something more interesting would happen, but never mind. Never mind. Does this one end, or does it just keep playing the guitar now? Do I have to hit restart? That is the question. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Do I restart? Give him another minute. Nothing happens then, I'll restart. Yeah. Dun dun dun. Bum bum ba dum bum. Da dee da da do da. Dee da da dum. Dum dum dum. Oh. The guitar's broken. Anything happening? Anything happening? No? Okay, no, I guess that's it. Okay, right, yeah, no, tick that off. So we've done the window. I have to kind of keep an eye open for the blue room as well. Maybe if we do a few restarts, we might luck out and it will appear. Because you're meant to be able to go out and there'll be a room open on the right. Number 426.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
For now. Yeah, 426 is still shut. Okay. We'll try twice more. Otherwise we'll move on, as it were. No, not blue.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Someone's following Stanley. Door's still shut. Okay, try one more time. Otherwise, then we'll head to the next one, which is apparently we can reuse the elevator after going to the meeting room. So we will do that, Lucas. Yes. No.
Wait,
nothing there.
Stanley thought to himself.
Oh.
Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible?
He's just repeating.
They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
So we'll carry on down here.
When Stanley came to a set of two
room.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That's right, this way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find it. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Here we go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
2,
Stanley
8,
wondered aloud
4,
to nobody.
5.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Nice.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. So it was, we go down. Bloop. Down, down, down the elevator shaft. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Right. And then we could use the up button to go back up.
Whoops, nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Here we go. Loading. There we are. Made it back. Back to the boss's office.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Okay. Now what? Do I go back down? What if I put the number in again? 2, 8, 4, 5. Was it? It was 8, 2, 4, 5. No, because I guess the door's already open. Now we'll try. We'll go back down again.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
We'll keep teeing him off. We'll just keep going back and forth. I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Ooh. Is it the boss's office? That is the question. It is the boss's office. Whoa.
Oh my God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Oh.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process. All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Okay, let's proceed. Back down the elevator. Da-da-da-da.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Okay. Ooh. Nope. Back up. He's gonna freak out. He's gonna lose his shit.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Okay, what have we got?
The room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
All eyes on Stanley, live on stage. World's healthiest human being, all tricks revealed. How we did it, the pyramids. The guy that went to Mars. But now, today, live on stage, it's Stanley. He has arrived. An evening of world peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
This door? World's first sentient machine. Hey, look, it's the one from Iron Man. Stage door. Stanley Parable Stanley. Tonight, live on stage. Okay.
All right. Are you
Welcome,
ready?
Stanley.
I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
Does that say that Stanley's surname is Ryder? Is that actually his name? Wow. Oh, look. 427. Dressing room. Can we read those? Break a leg. Your boss. I love the way you ride elevators. Stanley, me, David, age 6. Oh, is it saying that? Huh. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, tiger. Okay. Let's go, Stanley. Let's go. The dude who came up with pizza. These are great. These are great. What's that one say? The Lord meet and greet and doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great. Wow. Those would be some interesting live stage shows. Yeah. Whoa! Stanley, you're famous, you're fabulous, everybody loves you, baby, yes, please, more, Stanley, more. Stanley, 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 Stanley. Ah, we didn't get to hear what he said. Oh well. What? Take that one off. He's hella famous. Hella famous. Brain dead. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is the whiteboard ending. Okay. So we're in a room. There is a whiteboard. And I can turn on dog mode. Oh. Which now means that the action button makes things bark. What if I take the bucket in there?
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
I think that was it. Okay. You can just switch it between type mode and dog mode. Okay, dog mode it is. Can I put the bucket down? No, we can't. Well, we don't want the bucket for the last one that we needed to do that's a non-bucket ending. Oh yeah, because there we are, found it. Blue room. Yeah. So the last
wonderful.
one.
Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Bucket's
well.
back. The bucket's always
Perhaps
been
he
back.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
The bucket never disappeared.
This room.
Well, sometimes it
Eager
vanishes.
to get
actually,
back to
doesn't it?
business,
Yeah.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, so walk on.
Look, Stanley, I think
Off.
perhaps we've
Oh,
got...
no.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. That's like one of the endings, but it's not that. What? It's not. That wasn't what we were trying to do. We were trying to make
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
So it seems I have to be faster. So I have to start it and get off again.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Right, quickly. No, it didn't start.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Try our luck. We'll jump down.
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! 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 Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Okay. Yeah, it's slightly different. Right, so yeah, so they're all of the ones that don't include the bucket that we missed. Including a few of the original games ones that I never saw, obviously.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Seems like we can't do the heaven ending with the bucket then. So, not that one.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Ooh. Aha! You're out the window with the bucket.
Yes! Whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it! We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it! You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Oh, the bucket is evil. Tiami was right. Ah. I feel sad she's missing this. I think she'd have enjoyed it.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Oh, maybe that's what that noise was before. It's meant to be rain against the windows that you can't see through. Yeah. Okay, okay. Oh, didn't take that off. Sorry. Out the window. Done.
It takes a
Oh,
lot
right.
of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
So now we're going to do
Still
the...
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Upstairs. This song doesn't change if it's raining, does it? I've got the feeling, money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Wait, what does that say? Oh, wait. Okay, no, I'll try again, I've got the feeling, money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Not bad, not bad. Pitter patter, pitter patter. Does this elevator change if I've got the bucket? Can't remember if we ever took the bucket inside. Let's do it, go down. Stanley! No. No, no, not working. Nothing different. That's right. Then we'll carry on. I'm going to do the bottom of the mind control facility.
Stepping into his manager's office,
With a bucket.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What was it again?
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
That's right. Down. Yep, there we go. Come, bucket. Must go to the mind control facility.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Here's your bucket friend.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Ta-da! Okay. So last time they sang us a little song. Yep, 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 yep. So what happens this time?
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here. Cold, perhaps.
It's got a couch. Nice.
After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
Oh, nice TV. Paninis.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Ah, poor Stanley.
It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
The end. Yeah, it was a little creepy. You're right, Necro. Okay, right, so that's the bottom of the man control facility one. Right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket
was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. A cargo lift, yeah.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
Oh, they added that look.
I'm serious, Stanley. Jump with the bucket. I promise you'll live. I extra double. Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
He's cheeky. He's cheeky man. Right then, so that one. I will do the elevator.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. Let us proceed down the corridor.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh look, it's the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Here we go, elevator. Back down the elevator. You know it's where we've gone to. Let's proceed.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Oh, no, I was supposed to go back up. But have I left? Now does that mean that I can't go back? Oh, no, I can still go back up. Okay, right.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up?
When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Oh. Oh, okay. The number 3, eh? This way?
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley
I love
looked
it. It's
expectantly at
amazing.
the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as
Bucket
exciting to the
Sam.
bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Okay, let's do it. Back to the elevator. Back down to the man control
Perhaps the bucket had
facility.
missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Aye, nay.
A hint of
okay.
regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket again? No, 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 said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
So he's returning to the keypad again. Ooh, what shall we find? What shall we find? Okay, so back over here. We'll press
Here
number
we go,
3
said Stanley.
again.
This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Okay, that's what we do. Poor Stanley. He just wants the bucket
Stanley
to know.
and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Okay. Come on, bucket.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work. For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Free. Yeah, you're right, Necro. It's, yeah, it is a poor bucket. being told the free is the most important thing in the world.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Oh dear. Right.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
That one was sad. Ah, poor bucket, poor Stanley. Just because no one took him seriously about the number 3. Oh dear. So that was... Which one was that? Oh, elevator. Yeah, that was the elevator. Right, okay.
Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest, and this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah. Good,
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not.
So is everyone having a good Wednesday? Middle of the week? Halfway to the weekend?
And he unthinkingly did what.
It's going all right for me, so hope everyone else is doing well. Right, so we're going to do the one again where
Go into this dark room over
we unplug
Once again,
unplug the phone like we did earlier, but this time with the bucket.
Now pick up the phone.
said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can...
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker?
Well, I just made a
Comedic
note of all the
timing is
different
so difficult.
endings.
I wish I were better at it, but there isn't exactly
I've been
an
ticking them off,
instructional
Necro.
video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Oh, is another
What
one?
is comedic timing? What is comedic timing?
Timing.
How does it work?
Ta-ting.
How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's
Yay.
dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, In all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your
15-degree
body.
angle. 15-degree
These are
angle.
the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the
All right,
joke,
good
start by
distance
stating
away.
and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay. We're gonna do the joke first, though. We've got to. Okay, so, how did it go? Hi, I'm Slightly Wilson. I'm going to tell a joke. At the end of the joke, you will laugh. What lies upside down 100 feet up? A dead centipede. Ha 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 ha. I'm Slightly Wilson. I'm Dunny with the funny. That was so weird. Bloody hell, I love this game. Right. Oh yeah, he's put the things up again. You enjoyed that, did you, Necro? Yeah.
This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's
Much
what
laughter.
you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
He's trying to do voices. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke to Stanley. Oh dear. Right. I was thinking that deserves. I need to add these to. I need a soundboard. I know how to get one. I need to get hold of a soundboard. I was just gonna do. I think all of this deserves a tuturoo.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Did I not spell it right? There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, I need to
No.
add those to a
You were
soundboard.
supposed to go through the door
A
on the
Scottish
right, leading
bucket.
back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault,
No,
Stanley.
I broke it.
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud? Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Whoa!
We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off.
This
Joke
is
will
creepy.
never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes.
Do you think I could marry the bucket, Necro? That would be funny, yeah.
That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
All good. Okay. So, that means we have completed the Not Stanley ending with the bucket. Next was the escape pod.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others.
That's not different than normal.
So the thought of total... As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a
For some reason,
connection
my
to
eyes went
all
really
buckets
weird.
everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
That's where you came in, I think, Necro, where we were going out the escape pod.
Still no one was here.
Where there was
Stanley
no narration
needed the bucket's
for some
warmth and
reason.
comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
See if the song's changed again or if it's the same one. Nah, it's the same one. Maybe it's just that one if you're holding the bucket. Right, so it's where we went in and then we quickly left again. Not too fast.
Stepping...
There we go. And we leave the narrator behind, allowing us to return downstairs and find the escape pod. There we go, yep. This way! Through the open doors! Yeah, imagine if you played as the... Yeah, you're right. Play as the bucket and pick up Stanley. I mean, you could if it was a mini Stanley, a minifig, and you're just the bucket running around. Was there other games where you could play as a bucket? I think there was... But GTA, they changed at some point, didn't they? So you could be a pigeon, rocket launchers and stuff. So you'd probably quite possibly be able to do it as a bucket. Right, let's find it. So, is there an escape pod again? Yes, you are now leaving. via the escape pod on floor 760. Let us again return to floor 755. Continuing upstairs to room 756. Continuing upstairs to room 757. Continuing upstairs to room 758. Continuing upstairs to room 759. Continuing upstairs to room 760 and the escape pod launch bay. Escape. Escape now while you have the chance. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's do it, Bucket. We're almost there. Escape. Escape. This is different. Shh. There's only enough room for one of us. Farewell, my friend. Ah, the bucket is gone. This is sad. Ah, poor Bucket. Never mind. Okay.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
The bucket has gone again. Oh no. Okay. Let's try begin again. Oh. See if that brings it back. Because we've done escape pod. And we've only got 2 left, I think.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
replacement
he had simply missed
buckets. So it's not the same one.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Let's give him a replacement. Right, okay, so we go through here.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
Right, this way, onwards, Bucket. What have we got down here now? Ha 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 hee hee. Oh, hang on a minute. It's playing again. The video.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Nice.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Hooray!
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay.
Wait, Stanley, I've just now realized that bucket you're holding, it's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already?
Hello, King Best.
Makes no sense at all.
Welcome to the show.
Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
Strange. Okay. Okay. we brought the bucket back to the jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Doesn't do anything because I used up all the jumps. We could try. We could try again. We could try again. No, jump's still broken. The jump is still broken, so doesn't do anything. Yep, that's it. Okay, useless.
The infinite hole, the giant door, did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
You did good. There we go. What's this again? Same one? Thank you for enjoying
the new content. If you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes, you carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable! Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
That was it. Okay. Do we do it again then?
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving hero? Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
I know, we're back here. I wanted to be back by the door. Because I thought I was supposed to take the bucket back.
All of his co-workers were
to
gone.
The bucket
what
hall.
Could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket. And
here we go.
Was.
Expo hall. Come on, expo hall. Let's see.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yay!
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
So do these change now I've come back with the bucket, do you think?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Now, I wanted to see the chap. I think the chap that we were talking to is the guy that was hiding in this room. I still can't open the door, eh? Okay. Huh. Never mind. Are the collectibles back, do you think? Or are they still gone? Out of order. You've been here already. The achievement machine? No, we'll do that in a minute. There's the jump circle that doesn't work.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
The balloons. Can you do the balloons again? Or they stay the same?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
We'll try doing it the other way around this time. We'll tell him this one. See if he does the other one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
There we go. So we've changed the balloons.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay, so we'll go in back to the bucket place.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh dear!
Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much.
The
I had
buckets
to destroy
exploded!
both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Oh, the buckets are gone again. Yeah, they blew up. They blew up, Necro. It's so weird. Oh dear. Oh, I wanted the bucket back for the other bits. No, you know what? We'll try them without the bucket. Then we'll get the bucket back. We'll do them again. Okay. So I gather there was also something else we could do with the infinite hole. That's not infinite. The mostly infinite hole. That's the one. So let's try that again quick. And then we'll,
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly
restart.
fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Falling.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Falling down and down a hole where it stops.
Okay,
Nobody
Stanley,
knows
I don't
except
know
the
quite
narrator.
how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Ow.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need.
Pleasure to meet you.
Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Since I can read those first two letters, I'll just call you HE if that's okay. Yeah. Okay, right. So I think we're going back to the top.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more. Oh, for heaven!
Back in the hole.
I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, "Yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all." But not you. Oh no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of.
Bonk.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Bye-bye.
Gosh.
Yeah, slowly wearing the hole down, literally. Literally down, Necro.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay, let's do it.
Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Yes, nice, Necro. Like that. Meeting at 2 p.m. Sincerely, management. This one was hilarious. That's great. Look at that. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. Okay, right. Again. Oh, it's not working.
The teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing?
It's broke.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
The Nader's leaving me.
I hope you...
No! Come back! Come back, narrator! I think he's gone. I think he's gone. Oh no. Ooh. What's that? What's the noise? Oh, the hole's getting bigger again. The hole's growing. It's growing. Does that mean the hole was continuously changing size? Ooh. Ooh. Creepy. There's the top leaving us. There's Stanley in the hole. It's going down and down and down. It's covering the button. Here we go. Stanley's slowly shrinking down the hole. Let's do it. Stanley likes it deep. Very, very deep. Perception. Is that the music? Oh, I like it. Bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. Ooh. Bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. Chicka-chicka. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ba-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. Boom, boom, boom. Going through dinosaurs. Bum, bum, bum. Going down per piece. Bum, bum, bum. Going through space, baby. Bum, bum, bum. Going into the deep blue sea. Bum, bum, bum. Some kind of crazy color. Bum, bum, dum, bum, bum. Deep into the beach. Bum 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 on Easter Island. Bum 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 with the Egyptians. This is so weird. What else music they got? Ooh, that's creepy. Stanley's become a robot. Bum 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 ba-dum. 427. Ah, Stanley's become a headman.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Stanley?
My head's
Stanley?
stronger.
Stanley!
Whoa!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
Oh, I was enjoying that.
A single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip. Okay. So he just wakes you up occasionally. You're cheeky, narrator. You're cheeky. Oh, is that the end? Ah. All right, and then we just wake up back
Go
at
on.
here.
Try out some of the new features.
We still can't go backwards, can we? No, no. Okay. I imagine the button that says Jim. And the baby's all grown up. Imagine the button that says Jim still says Jim.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized.
Is it ready?
And
We ready?
validated as people.
Jim!
Sorry,
Okay.
I should have clarified. Right now.
Same one. Same one. Right. Oh, I wanted to do that last. So now I'm going to take the bucket back to the hall. Oh, changed partway through.
All of his
That's
co-workers were... Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, yes, yes. I love that bucket.
Dog mode. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof. Oh no, this is going to take us straight back to the doors. We don't want to go to the doors. We want to go to the... Want to go to the expo hall again with the bucket. Thank you. Please come again. Woof, woof. Yeah, all the balloons and I'll get well someday balloons.
Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, one
Bucket.
man, one bucket, one chance to seize their destiny together.
This time we will not explode the bucket. That was a that was a mistake. It's loading. We can go that way. No. No. You gotta go forwards. You got to go upwards,
You see,
baby.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Yep, right. So going up there makes the bucket explode. So let's not do that. Let's take the bucket to the button. I don't know what that'll do. We'll try and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And
Yeah,
of
what
course,
do they want?
The first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
It's not
Okay,
changed
here we
then.
go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Let's go, Jimmy boy.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
No, that didn't change anything. Now we'll try now again with the hole. The hole with the bucket. Okay. So, on this way. Down to the buckets.
Stanley,
Oh.
here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video. You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see
the
infinite
Hall of
you can press the
Infinity.
teleport
My
button
mind
to
is
pop back
reeling.
up to the top, and we can continue on.
Ah!
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't
Yes.
know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
exactly what you're doing
It's
right
okay.
now. But
I've got my phone with me.
there really are so many.
I'll just read
other
my messages while we fall
fascinating
down.
exhibits that I prepared for you. I
You know.
really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them.
I got this message
How
and that
about we go
message and
ahead
that one and that
press
one.
that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about. Oh goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be... Oh, for heaven... You see?
It's carrying
I
on
was
again.
right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
I like too many holes.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an
Yeah,
infinite
baby.
hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no,
Ah, no, there's
You're
the
a
hole.
weird sort of...
Blonk.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't
Yeah.
help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had
Blink.
enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more
Back
to
in the
show you.
hole.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this
Ah.
starts to become a thing where...
Blonk.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain
Stuck in a
nature of the
hole
hole's
with my
length.
bucket.
Here, let's try
Just
something.
me and my
Let's
bucket.
pop back up to the top.
Don't
and
put
we'll
the
see if it
hole
gets
in the
any
bucket.
shorter.
Nope.
Well, there it is. The
There
shame
it
of my
is.
life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
And then it doesn't work again. Yep, it failed.
Is the
It's failed.
teleport button not working?
Yeah.
You sure? Well, I mean,
Yeah, it's
I really
broke.
don't have an explanation. It was working.
It does
Still
not
nothing.
work, narrator.
I suppose there is.
I'm
one
now
thing I can do to
trapped
fix
in this very,
I'm out.
very
Goodbye,
waist-high
Stanley.
hole.
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll
Stanley
get
could
more
just
time
climb
with
out.
it
Does he
than
not?
you could
Does he
ever
not
have
have
asked
any
for.
upper
It's a
arm
win
strength
for everyone.
whatsoever?
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
Oh yeah, it's a good
Take care,
question,
Stanley.
Necro.
I hope
If
you
you're
and the
trapped
hole
in a
have
hole
wonderful rest.
with a bucket, do you pee in the hole or in the bucket? This is the question. The question of the day. Well, I don't know. Oh, it's starting again. So, now. Oh, this is the moment. Question time. Do you think that us having the bucket change what happens when we go down the infinite hole in Stanley's dreamscape? That is the question. Come with me now for on a journey through time and space, and we will discover what happens down the hole. Yes, come further, join me and my mind on a mysterious adventure, and we will find many, many wonderful things down the hole. Stanley's in a hole. Stands in the hole with his bucket. Oh, Stanley and the bucket, living their dream. Oh, once again. We cycle through all the songs this time. Yan han hoya, yan han hoya, yan han hoya, yan han hoya.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up this space of mine.
It's the puppies. Well, that is some weird sounds coming out of there. Man, really weird.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Error.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Yeah,
From
okay.
the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
You'll be back, baby. That's it. It's going to restart again, isn't it? Back to the beginning we go. Okay. So returning is what we're doing.
Here we are.
Oh yeah, but it just comes back to there. So no, let us
Go on. Try out some of the new features.
go up there. Still shut.
Calling
Nothing
it the
happens if
Stanley
we
Parable 2 is just
carry
so
the
much
bucket through the
catchier than
end.
Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement. All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yep. Let's continue. Right, you know what? No, we'll skip. Skip to the beginning, because I don't think that's going to change with the bucket. So, I have one last tick on my
It's
list.
bucket time.
And that's if we take the bucket
Stanley
through
clutched the bucket tightly to his
the
chest
escape
and
route.
entered the door on his left.
So let us continue back there.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Da-da-da-da-da. Has the song changed again? Yeah, there we go. Because the boss knows that what the bosses goes, if the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Is that meant to be like a rap? Oh wait, you can't see it. Can't see it. All right, let's do it there. Let's do it like that. Ba-dum-dun-ch, ba-dum-dun-ch. Because the boss knows that's what the bosses goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. You think I accidentally missed one? Which one did I accidentally miss, Necro? Which one? Which one? Have I missed one? I don't remember missing any. Ah. 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 Ooh. Ah. No, not sure. there's definitely one though.
Stepping into his manager's office,
The escape
Stanley
route was the
once
only one I
again
know I've
stunned
definitely missed.
to discover not an indication.
Yeah, there could be
of
one I've
anything
not written
life.
down. I didn't count
Crushed
them.
by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer
Yeah, no,
luck.
I mean I didn't. Yeah, there's
Was it
42
the
as
bucket
far as I
knew
know,
Was
but
the
I've
bucket
never.
guiding him?
I don't know
Yes.
where
This
the
is
other ones
certainly
could
the
be.
most logical explanation.
Never mind, Necro. It's all good. Right, so down, and this will take us to the escape route. So no, I've just had to assume that I've done them all based on the original ones, etc. I mean, I do wonder if you can get into
Stanley and the
the.
bucket walked straight ahead through the
Yeah, just
large door
escape.
that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Oh no!
The
Oh,
door
we'll continue
behind
this
them was
way
not
anyway.
shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Ah, we're good,
At
mate.
this
We're
point,
good.
Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Ah, it's fine. We're good. I've got my bucket. I've got my phone. We've got nothing to worry about. Whee! Ah! Ah! It's the Crusher. This time me and the bucket's going to
As
be
the
crushed.
machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what
I will
Stanley
use the
thought
bucket to
himself,
prop it open.
and he sort
Go
of
on.
kicked himself for
Hold
wasting
it.
so
Hold
much
it, bucket.
time carrying a bucket everywhere.
You're super
Farewell,
strong.
Stanley.
You can hold it open. Hold open the Crusher.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Ah. The
It was a
Stanley
shame,
Parable.
the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Ooh, what do we have here? The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a carnivorous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here and out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? Let's go see. Over here. Over there. Yes. Oh, what is this?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
We have here 25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets. The greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Oh dear. I mean, yeah, you would be like, oh my god, so many buckets. Oh look, it's Da Vinci writing because it's backwards. Nice. So, right, we have a Da Vinci poster. A bucket with 2 handles. This bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Oh dear. Right. Ooh. Ooh. The Inferno Bucket. A replica of the Inferno Bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains, no one can control a bucket. Especially not this one. Apparently. Ooh, the Stress Bucket, an analogy. Presented without commentary. If you have a stress bucket, you must throw into it your worrying, your negative forecasting, your negative thinking, your lack of reassurance. Vulnerability equals size and strength of the bucket, and stress equals the level of water in the bucket. Coping strategies are holes, rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, and more rest and relaxation to draw your worrying and negative energy out of the bucket. Proceeding. Was there two paths down there, or am I mad? No. It's been one passage so far through the Museum of Buckets. Oh. It's a cave drawing. It's a cave drawing of the time we found a hole, and the poor caveman found the buckets and used it to plug up or collect from the hole in the ceiling. While we know the buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not... Wait, I screwed that up. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around. No, I did it again. Calm down. Breathe. In. Out. Then we can read. Hey, Zero Gamer. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. We are in the Museum of Buckets, where people leave things, mostly buckets, and leave depictions of mostly buckets. Yeah. And I'm trying to read this in a very dramatic way. However, I keep screwing up because my dyslexia makes me read things the wrong way round quite frequently. Good to meet you. I hope you're having a good day. Have you played the Stanley Parable yet? It's very good fun. Yeah. So let's see. Let's try that again. Cave drawing. While we know the buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Yeah, that was better.
No man can own a bucket.
Hi,
and
Zia.
certainly
Good
not
to meet
a
you.
bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Man should kneel before buckets. Apparently. What's this? The hanging bucket. Oh, right above the... It's the last one then. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between buckets and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that it is always out of reach. This distance, inevitability... I did it again. What's that word? Inevitably. Come on, everybody. Inevitably. That is the word of the day. Inevitability. Inevitably. Okay. Play for this. At this rate, I'm gonna have to take my inhaler because I'm wheezing as well. Yes, Necro. Inevitability. Yeah.
Zero Gamer subscribed.
Thank you for the Sub-Zero Gamer. You've joined the Wilson viewers. Yes. Oh, dear me. All right. Okay. Let's do it. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between buckets and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. That works. Check out that word. Check out the space with Markiplier Part 1. The space. As in, what, like this game? This game? Or like what, on his channel? Because I still don't know how to, like... I've only been doing streaming, well, properly for like the last 3 weeks. So frankly, I don't know how to even like look at another person's things. No, you just mean... I don't know what you mean. The Russian. Check out the space with Markiplier Part 1. If you meant like watch somebody else's browser thing, like I don't know how to do that yet with this. I'm getting there. I think I know how to include a window. But it might not work very well on my computer because this computer is 10 years old, but I'm Rechen. I still don't know what that means. I'll Google it later. I'll have a look. Yeah. So we need to try and reach this bucket. Can I get it? Oh, I can. Oh. That was a good jump, Stanley. Yeah.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket should take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Oh, crunch. That was rather dramatic. Poor Stanley is dead and the bucket has survived. Has gone on to take over the world. Yep. All right. Okay. Well, that was the last one I had to tick off on my list of what we'd done with the bucket. I don't know what else to do. We've got about half hour left. Shall we? I'm open to suggestions. I'll let chat decide what we do from now on. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Wait, that phone's going. Was that phone going before?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good one. Recorded messages are evil. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Okay, no. Well, we'll let everyone pick. So, right, firstly, do I pick up the bucket? Yes or no? Answer now. Oh, I need a countdown time. That would be good. A reaction. The space reaction Markiplier. Can I? I don't know if I can add that right now. Maybe. That's not a response, Necro. I can't half pick up the bucket. I could chop the bucket in half and steal half the bucket. Oh dear. I don't know. No, you can't pick up half the bucket. Yeah, I know you said in YouTube. Yeah. No, I think I'd have to add in a display capture and display. Yeah, you know what? Let's try it. One moment. We're going to give this a go. This will be our first attempt. Our first attempt to try and add a browser in. I'm going to do that as a new tab. Hopefully this isn't breaking the stream, because like I said, my computer is not very powerful anymore. It's pretty broke. So let's do that. Yeah, no, I think that's the thing. I think there's a way to add the browser into Twitch, Necro. I just have to firstly. Oh no, it's not happy. The browser's not happy. we're gonna give it a go though. So let's see if I can. I'll shrink that screen down. Shrink that window. Shrink that window. So I can still see what's going on there. Shrink that window just so I can. So get on the YouTube. I'm gonna have to log in. So do that. Because I can normally keep all my browsers shut so they don't mess up the. Use Viagra. Give that PC a boost. I mean, I have no idea what would happen if you fed a PC Viagra. It'd be quite exciting to find out what would happen. I mean, you'd probably end up with a broken computer, or you'd end up with a pregnant computer. Then you'd have little baby computers running around, screaming and eating all the different types of electronic chips they can find, like your phone and your walkie-talkie. Okay, so yeah, that's doing it. It's working, and I'm not losing frames, so nothing's broken yet. Right, and just log in there so that we're on YouTube. Yes. Okay. That seems to be working. Do apologize for the wait, the delay. This is exciting though. This is interesting. Things are happening. We're going on YouTube at the same time as streaming. Something no one has done before. Except they do all the time, so I'm just being silly sod. Right, okay. So, let me just see again. So it's the so I do know Markiplier. So Markiplier, check out the space. Markiplier. Have I found it? I think I found it. in space with Markiplier. Part 1 from 1 month ago. 7 minutes long. Okay. We got time for that. We got time for that. Trusting you here, Zero Game. I'm trusting you. This is not going to be weird and make my mind explode or something crazy. So, got the video up. Now the question is, in OBS, I need to be able to do something. I need to be able to press a button. I need to be able to capture. Do I click browser? No. Probably need to click display capture. Aha. I'll set it to display capture 1. Press OK. Aha. Right, just a moment. Let's drop that down to there. Right. Can everybody see the game, the YouTube? And can everybody see me? Put down a tarp. Yeah. That is the question. Is it working, everyone? I think it is. From what I can tell, it's working. So, I mean, it may look a little weird because you might be able to see... No, because I think I'm covering it up at the moment, so it doesn't look weird. Right, so I'll do that. So I'll just drop OBS, shrink that down. Yep. Wait, no. No. One step first. Shrink me. There's OBS. Okay, shrink that. And then I can play. Do it full screen. We'll do it full screen. So I can't see myself anymore, but I'm hoping this doesn't lag out. We'll see how this goes. Wait. One moment. I've just suddenly twigged. There might be a problem. I don't know if it's... Wait, I can't pause it. I don't know if the sound's coming through. No, it's not capturing the sound. And it broke, so I can't pause it. I've broken the browser. No. No, pause. Right, I'm gonna have to stop it. I'm gonna have to stop it so that I can, try and fix this. Yes. It's not gonna capture the sound. Yeah, could you hear the sound, Necro? Was it being captured, or was it not? That's the part I'm not sure about. Oh, I'll just hide that for a moment. Game and now breaking the browser. Yeah, so is it inputting the sound? No, you couldn't hear it. No, I didn't think you'd be able to, because that is probably due to the fact that I'm mixing my sound through this microphone here. So if it's not able to see that, it's not going to work. So I'm going to just ask the system to output the sound. Okay, set this to browser. Yep. Okay. Right. I'm going to turn that back off for a moment. I just set that back up again without it hopefully breaking once more. New window. Turn to history. In space with Markiplier. I'm actually really hyped now to see this. I don't know what it's gonna be like all, and I'm just really intrigued as to what's in store. Come on. I haven't watched any Markiplier videos in years. Like I said, it's just running slowly because the streaming software is using up most of the processing power on the computer. I said it so it has highest priority. Okay, I think the sound there's working. Close down the rest of Chrome. Maybe that will speed up the computer. Yeah. So we've just got the video. It is ready. I have now mixed the browser sounds back in. So it should be working. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. Video looks like it's loaded, but it is being very slow. Come on, computer, you can do it. Is it lactose free? I mean, I know I'm allergic to milk, but why would the video have lactose? I mean, yeah, it probably is loud and shouty. Okay, so I think we're ready. No, it's still being slow. Come on, computer, you can do it. Let's set it to run in 1080. Come on. Come on, computer. Come on. Come on. I know you can do it. This is why I need a better computer. We're gonna get a better computer before long. So, right, turn that back on. We'll shrink. Can I make OBS any small? No, we'll just shrink myself. Now then, I might not make it max screen because that kind of broke it. Although it's kind of broken right now anyway. It doesn't want to. I might hit refresh. Come on. Come on, video. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. My computer resource is completely skewed. Come on. Oh dear. I mean, I wasn't sure whether this would work, and it's kind of proving that it is a lot of effort to just try and do this. Is there anything else I can close that might make it work better? I'll try closing Spotify. Yeah, close Spotify. Close the sound mix window. Don't think there's anything else I can close that will help. Technical problems in the making, my friends. Technical problems. Task Manager says, everything is going wrong. Your CPU is maxed out, baby. Does not like what's happening. Come on. I mean, he talked earlier about comedic timing, building anticipation. Ooh. It looks like it's trying to play. It's trying to play. Looking at the mixer. The sound's coming through. I can see it. Okay. I might need to just turn it up. On both. Come on. Sound mixer, come up. Oh no, the sound mixer's broke. Everything was going so well. It was all going so well. I just had it downloaded. I feel like that would have solved this problem. Just up the browser a little bit. Yeah, okay, right now. Close. Minimize. Go on. Minimize for me. Minimize for me. Close the mobile. The mobile on the screen. That wouldn't do anything. That wouldn't make it run faster because it's not. That's in the streaming software. Oh. Here we go. The Invincible 2. What was that? What other ship was there that was called the Invincible?
I'm sorry, no, I'm staring a lot. Huge fan. Been following your career for quite a while now. Invisible Tower, this is Shuttle Marmota.
Still a bit
Approaching
quiet.
Docking Bay 4. Closing the blast shields.
Pulling up the mixer again.
Shuttle Marmota, you're cleared
There we go.
to dock.
Yeah, copy you. Truth be told, we couldn't afford to show that anyway. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I know exactly where we're at. Check it out. We're gonna land in
5. Ooh! Ow!
Captain, we're here early. Gotta say it's an honor. You know, thinking maybe we could hang out or something. Coffee, but you know.
So is Markiplier the captain?
Welcome aboard the Invincible 2, Captain. Glad to
Hello.
have you. Took you long enough, but let me give you the grand tour before we embark. This is my pride and joy. My baby. Well, your baby, I guess now.
So I guess he's not the
But I
captain.
made her. And a baby will always remember. Father.
Bioscan. Welcome aboard, Captain and Head Engineer. Prepare for sterilization.
Ow.
First stop, the warp core. The heart and soul of the ship.
You see
Still
his
not
spine.
100% sure how it works, but you don't need to know how something works in order to use it.
Lasers.
And when we found it again,
Oh no, it broke!
it passed every safety test with flying colors. It's not gonna be like last time. Oh no. This time, the Invincible is finally gonna live up to her name. But just in case, I built in a special precaution. If anything goes wrong, we can detonate these explosives and separate the warp core from the rest of the ship.
Right.
I've yet to meet a problem that can't be solved with explosives.
Explosion!
Speaking of explosives. The main reactor. Turns out you pretty much need the power of a star to tear open a wormhole, so a star I built. Built like a tank, too.
I feel like this ship has issues. Big, dangerous, explosible issues.
Captain? Bert.
Hi, Bert.
Yep. Yeah, it's Bert. He makes sure that the ship don't go boom. Next up is Cryo. Hey.
Oh, poor
Colonists are
guy.
prepped, stable, and ready for transit. Systems are working at 110% too, which is a little weird, but overkill never hurts. Trust me. You do not want to be awake when the warp core hits the gas. Cece.
Ashab. Captain, all colonists are prepped and stable. 100,000 souls ready for a new life. Let's get them there safe.
Oh, don't worry. Before they know it, they're gonna wake up at the sight of a brand new planet with a fresh cup of coffee in their hands.
Why don't you give them more windows to look through?
Well, maybe I will.
I do like coffee.
But then someone might appreciate the aesthetics. Besides, what could go wrong with a crew like this?
ADS is good to go. Don't worry, Cap. No asteroids getting by me. You can count on that.
She's so handsome and her beautiful.
Oh, hardcore playboys.
I'm so...
Injured.
Oh no, Captain, I'm falling. Catch me!
Or tryhards that want attention.
Good, Captain.
Life support is online. Unless it's not, and then we wouldn't know until we passed out. Seems fine. Everything is accounted for. We're ready to see our new home. All that's left now is for you to say the word. Try not to get them too excited, Captain. I know how your speeches can get people riled up.
Hello.
engaged. Wormhole opening in 30 seconds. All personnel report to your assigned cryopod.
Moving speech, Captain.
I'm sure you'll make a great speech once we get there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's not a problem, of course, but just before you go to sleep, be absolutely sure. Do not...
Wormhole opening in 10, 9,
8, 7, 6.
Error.
Error. Wormhole opening in 3, 2.
A software update is available. Would you like to restart to apply this update?
Oh no. That was a creepy voice.
Software update complete.
Good morning, Captain. We are currently years into our journey. Coffee is en route. Current ship status is absolutely catastrophic.
Oh no! It's all going wrong!
Emergency wakey protocol.
Wakey protocol. Wakey, eggs and bakey. Where's that coffee? I could do with that coffee now.
Reviving head engineer.
Hello, Markiplier, you survived. Oh no, he didn't. Got turned into a human pinball.
Life support systems failing. Automatic fire suppression system offline.
Failsafes offline.
It's all gone wrong. Can I even pause it? It's not. Pause. I mean, like, my computer's failing just as much as the damn ship. Right. Let me turn that off. Now my Xbox is breaking. There is no controller attached to this Xbox. Oh my word. I'm gonna have to catch up. I couldn't see the chat the entire time. All right. So let's see. We got to big box is in the way. There you go. Is sound being captured? No, it's broken. Right. Okay. Fix the sound. But it's loud and shouty. Yay. Is it lactose free? No. Yes. Perhaps. I mean, why do gummies contain cow? Yeah, they do contain cow. I don't know why. Because gelatin is tasty, I guess. Oh, so gummy. Maybe like jelly beans. Yum, yum, yum. Just give it loud encouragement. Ooh, pick. PC. You're so big and strong. No one's grand as powerful as you. Close the mobile. Couldn't do that. Yush. I mean, because it's blocking the view of the vid. This radiates Crystal Maze campiness. I mean, yeah, it was a bit like the Crystal Maze. Wow, I remember the Crystal Maze. That was a good show. I enjoyed that. Yeah. Wakey, hands off Snakey. Right then, tell me, what did you think? Was that interesting? I think it was interesting. I don't really know the point. Was it just meant to be like, haha, look at us. We're on a ship. It's falling apart. I'm Markiplier. I'm flying out a window. Bye. But thanks for the suggestion, Zero Gamer. Yes, that was enjoyable. Mostly for the experience of having our first live YouTube reaction thing, I guess. I mean, I always said I would never react to other people's videos, but again, that was a video and not a let's play, so that passes the test. It works. It's fine. It's all good. Needs less Markiplier and less cloves. You would prefer if it was more like a cabaret necro or like a host club. Oh dear. Right, let's see if we can get the game working again now. Does the game still work? That is the question. It does still work. Right. No, so I wonder if we can meet the settings guy. That's what I was trying to think before. I was trying to think if we could meet him. Now, it said something about set all the sliders to all the available things. That's one of the achievements for the game. So I wonder if I do that, if it breaks the settings. So let's change everything to everything. A campy crystal maze Spaceballs Cabaret would be the ultimate video, according to Necro. Yeah. Okay, so let's set these. We'll turn that on and off. We'll turn that on and off. Change every single language. There we go. Switch this on and oh, there's more. We'll do that. Subtitle sizes. Ooh. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Oh, look, subtitles. I don't know if we could have been using them at some point. Subtitle opacity. You need to do all the settings. All the way up to 100. All the way down to 0. If I do get an achievement just for messing with the settings to every setting, that's a bit weird. But we'll do it. We'll do it. Come on. Right, we are 25, 24, 20. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. 0. I can't be bothered to move it. Let's just leave it at 0. Right. Translation labels. A translation to what? Very large, very small, very medium. Transition opacity to max. And we'll drop that all the way to 0. Hopefully that counts. Color labels. I'll turn that back off. Content warnings. Content warnings. Okay. Oh, I'm not doing those. So, did that count? All the things they need to translate. Yeah. Did that count? Did that do anything? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that did anything. Not sure. So let's go back. Let's go back to the exhibition hall. See if we can visit the settings master, who has been talking to us every time we restart the game. Was the file cabinet always open? Wait, was the file cabinet open? Oh, I can't go back now though. We'll look at it next time. Filing cabinet.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
Subs is slightly cut off.
So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further, which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah. Just there we go. Dodged myself into a better corner. Now we're not covering it.
Yes, you
still
see,
zoom.
Isn't this
still
far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally...
Yeah, there was this settings master Zero that was talking to us every time we restarted the game, because he was always asking us to set the clock, and eventually I think he got really upset about what is the point of everything and time and existence and meaning, and he sent us off into the actual real ending of the game. But he said that we could find it if if you're really clever, you might find me one day, and there it is, settings world champion. The best settings champion in the world. But every time I come to the door, it's closed. So I'm missing something. I'm missing something on how to get in there. It's a shame. There's nothing further down, is there? Because there was the achievement machine. The achievement machine that was broken, and the settings master, he managed to repair it for us.
Broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident. Well, I'm developing a technology.
Does this still work?
Give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to
there you go. Yeah. So he still works.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement?
Yeah, I did. I got it earlier.
Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. Oh, God. Composure?
Composure.
Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2.
What a pain.
Breathe.
What a pain. Okay.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen?
What did you miss, Necro? Well, we went back to the achievement machine, which is still fixed. It doesn't give me another achievement. I only get the one, unfortunately. That's would have been nice if I got more, but one will have to do. Yeah. So we'll
Stanley,
run downstairs.
Here's an idea that I'm truly fond of.
So we'll have one more play. I think we'll have one more play with the with Stanley's dreamscape at the bottom of the hole. We'll have one more play with that, and then and then I need to go and look after the dog. Rage Against the Machine. What? The achievement machine? Achievement machines, you don't work more than you need to.
Press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Falling to my death.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it
down and down and down we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. When's Ian getting his puppy stream? I don't know. What would I do for a dog stream?
Okay,
I'm not too sure.
I don't know quite how to say this.
I have this idea for a video though. I think it'd be a very good video. It's caught on as a bit of a craze where people get canvases, right, and they cover it in different coloured paints.
I don't want anyone to say
cling film over the top, make it a bit gassy. Cling film over the top, and then they cover it in dog treats. So their dog walks all over it and licks at the treats, and it pushes the paint in. And they peel off the cling film, and they're like, "Ha ha! Look at this! It's amazing! It's a painting made by my dog."
You found the bottom of the hole. You found the outstanding.
Yeah, so I think that. But my sister was like, "Just do that. And I'm like, I don't want to just copy people. That would be boring. So I have the brilliant idea that I'm going to get two canvases, and I'll cover them in paint and cling film, and then lie them both on the floor. And one I'll cover in Iron treats, and the other I'll cover in Wilson treats. And me and the dog will lie there on the floor together, making our own lick paintings. And then I'll need to get everyone to guess which one was made by me and which one was made by my puppy. I think it's brilliant. I'm going to do it. I'm definitely going to do it. I just have to be able to afford some paint first, which is a bit of a pain because I don't have much money. But we'll do it. We'll manage it. Next payday, probably. So everyone might have to wait till June, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Right. So we're returning back to the top.
Very excited to show you even more of my
there we go.
ideas for the sequel.
And we'll pop back down again.
Woo! I was right.
Down the hole.
The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Normal.
I feel like I could make a really sexist comment, but I'm not going to. About going in holes.
But not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of...
Ooh.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you?
Fat bum prints. I'm not going to sit on the painting, Necro. Why would I sit on it?
I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an elephant hole.
That's not a painting then, is it? It is just a bum print.
Well, I suppose once again...
should that be the third painting? Or the fourth painting?
Teleport button and come join me up above.
we use our fronts to make a painting, and then we use our back ends to make a painting. But then you'll be able to tell which is the dog's, because it'll have a tail print on it too.
Had enough? I'm positive.
And it won't be as fat as mine.
I really have so much more to show you.
Right, down the hole.
Whee! How could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the whole...
Yes, corgis do have fat bums too.
Even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley,
Still feel like
I
it's
have
weird
no
that my eyes
explanation for the uncertain
my
nature
eyes
of
look
the
like they're
holes
really, really, really closed.
Let's try
Don't know if that's because I'm
Let's
looking
pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it
looking
gets any
down.
shorter.
Looking down at the screen. Maybe the screens are too low or the camera's too high. I can lower myself. So so maybe I need to lower the camera a bit more so that I'm still in shot. Yeah. So lower it by about that much maybe. So I'm still in shot properly, but maybe my eyes are not staring down all the time. Then I just look like I'm blind. I can't see. Oh. Nah, it's okay. It's okay. Right. Get one of those eye opener things from Clockwork Orange and just keep them in all the time like that. Like, ah!
Well, there it is.
There it is.
Right. How is this still appealing to you?
So let's hide
I know
in
you're obsessed with
the
holes,
hole.
but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
Who am I to
You just
judge?
do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Right, now the button doesn't work again. It's failed. It's failing.
Is the
I'm pressing
teleport
Y.
button not working?
Yeah.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Why? Why?
Still nothing?
No.
Well,
Okay.
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from
Instead
the
of
hole.
covering the
Now
canvas
you'll
in
get more
paint,
time with it
cover
than you
iron
could
in
ever
paint,
have asked for.
and the whole
It's a
house will be the
win for
canvas.
everyone. You get to be with the hole.
There'd be
I
paint
get to do
everywhere.
literally
He'll just
anything
walk on
else.
everything and
Take care,
everyone.
Stanley.
And
I hope
like
you and the hole
every surface. I don't really want a paint covered house. Can I play Minecraft? See, now I'm gonna be honest here. So when Minecraft came out, people said, play this game. And I went, it looks shit. And they're like, it's really good. And I'm like, oh, and they explained it to me. And I went, okay, it seems very interesting. It still looks shit, at least to me, to my aesthetics. Because I think I am a bit of an artsy, fartsy person. But I have caved before and I've played a bit, but I've never done it seriously. So maybe I'll give it a proper go. Maybe I'll give Minecraft a proper go. Yeah. We're still, at the moment though, still zero. I'm still sort of practicing. That's what we've been doing every day, every week. So on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays is when we stream. 7 o'clock UK time, which is 6 PM GMT, if you want the reference. Here we go, start changing our perspectives. And we're generally doing main games I play. So on Tuesday I do Destiny, and on Thursdays I do Final Fantasy Online, which are the two biggest MMOs in the world, after World of Warcraft, which is a game I really did not like after killing boars for months in a forest, and decided I'd never go back to that. But admittedly, I was only persuaded to play that so I can get some guys at uni free shit for the game. So it's not surprising I didn't really get into that. So yeah, no, I'll try Minecraft. And then Wednesdays, like today, is when we're just trying out whatever's new, whatever's cool. So I've been doing some Stanley Parable because the update came out last week after 7 years. It was 2013? No, 9 years. 2013, 9 years. Yeah, crap. And then next week, if there's nothing new else out, or I don't decide anything specific, probably play some more Elden Ring, because I haven't got much further in the game yet. So I'll die dramatically some more times. That'll be funny. I'll enjoy that. I reached the Volcano Manor, didn't I, Necro? I got to the Volcano Manor. There was a strange woman in a chair who was like, join us and kill everyone. So we'll go back there and see what the heck's actually happening next Wednesday. Yeah. So right. I wanted to have a go messing with the sound again and everything. Horror games would be interesting. I've been thinking of doing a Let's Play, because I started one years ago and I never got back to it, of Resident Evil 7. So I think that's... You fell asleep while I was playing Elden Ring, Necro. Oh, I mean, I'm not going to blame you for that. Yeah. Never mind. I wanted to go back to the puppies. Where are the puppies? Oh, there they are. Yay! Oh, hi, Kresh. Good to see you. We're not streaming for much longer, I'm afraid, but you've joined us at the very end where we're playing with puppies. Can I do the other one? Can I do Y? I wanted to change Stanley. Oh, there it is. There we go. All right, so you can become a robot, or you can have upside down Stanley, or puppet Stanley, or like a macho Stanley. Oh, it's creepy. Oh yeah. Or like a drawing Stanley. Error. Picture. Man. I'm back to normal Stanley. Okay. I do like the robot one.
Stanley? Stanley?
Oh, he's being woke up again.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off.
Are you from Russia? Oh, nice to meet you, Kresh.
But we can't have that.
Knocker? I'm a knocker?
Because this
Okay.
role is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the whole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip. And he's off. And that's the end of this ending. Yep. Okay, so that was the Stanley Parable. We have now done, I'm gonna have to count it up afterwards, but I think we've done all 42 endings. So I think that's all of them. It's been good fun. So yes, most likely this time again next week at 7 p.m. UK time, we'll be going back to Elden Ring. I do hope you join us on Slightly Wilson TV and have you all a very good evening. Bye now.